Tonight, I am joined by 2005 IndyCar Series champion Dan Wheldon. Congratulations on an extraordinary season.
Yeah, thank you. It's been unbelievable, to tell you the truth. To win the Indianapolis 500 and the championship in the same year is I think pretty much unknown of. I think I'm the 25th person in history to do that. So I'm certainly very proud of that achievement. And as you can tell, I've memorized a statistic.
Well, as we all know, you're actually the first person in history to achieve both those things in the same season. Did you know on that day in May that this was going to be such a great season for you?
You know, everything went my way at the start of the season. There was a few little hiccups here and there, and obviously I've got strong teammates, so they were pushing me very, very hard all season. But you know, you don't think like that. You can't. This is too competitive a league to worry about stuff like that. So I just took one race at a time, and I mean, some of the moves that we put on during this year, certainly me and TK, we sandwiched Elio, showed you that we were desperate and intent to win each race.
We certainly love watching those moves. What are you guys going to do to celebrate tonight?
Well, there'll be some big moves tonight too. I don't exactly know where yet. We have some places lined up, but we'll just have to wait and see. Certainly, being sponsored by Jim Beam, I'm able to get a lot of products, so that never goes amiss.
Okay, well, you take it easy. Play safe, all right?
Thank you very much.
And speaking of your teammate TK, I think he's standing by with the owner of your team, Michael Andretti. Tony?
Well, boss, what a year for us, huh?
Man, I'll tell you, Tony, it was a great year, wasn't it? You know, we thought last year was a great season. This one was even better, and like I said, maybe not for you, but for everybody on the team, I think it was great getting all four of you guys in victory lane, doing the 1, 2, 3, 4 at St. Petersburg, and 1, 2, 4 in the championship. But it just was great, and finishing it the way we did with you and Dario going at the finish line. I mean, how do you do any better than that?
And definitely will be things that we'll forget, right?
That's right.
Who's going to win next year?
Dario.
Really?
Welcome back to the 2005 IndyCar Series Award celebration. We've saved the best for last tonight, so let's go back inside the Paramount Theater. Here's the founder and chief executive officer of the Indy Racing League, Tony George.
IndyCar racing has seen its share of British drivers through the years. In 1946, the first year of my family's ownership of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, George Robson won the race. He was a Brit. And in the mid-1960s, the British invasion hit, and in 1966, Graham Hill won the Indianapolis 500. And who can forget the splash that Nigel Mansell made in 1993, coming over as reigning world champion, becoming the Rookie of the Year at the Indianapolis 500. Our 2005 champion certainly claims his British heritage profoundly. He has been quite a sensation himself. We're very proud to have him. He won 2 of the first 3 races at the beginning of the season, and then set out and fulfilled his lifelong dream of winning the Indianapolis 500, a race that on that day he proclaimed to be the greatest race in the world. And it is. He went on then to set a single season record in the IndyCar Series for the Indy Racing League by capturing more wins than anyone ever has in the past. And he was the first one in the 10 years of the Indy Racing League to capture both the championship and the Indianapolis 500 in the same year.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2005 champion of the IRL IndyCar Series, Dan Wheldon.
First off, when was the first time you fantasized as a kid about winning Indy, or do you not let yourself do such great things in your head?
No, it's been honestly a superb season. I've thought about Indianapolis, I think, from the age of about 12 years old. I mean, it's the biggest race in the world. It's the best race in the world, and you know, everybody across the globe knows about it. I think you could be in the Sahara Desert, and if you told me you were Indianapolis 500 champion, people would understand that. But to win the championship in the same year also amongst such great competition, and you know, certainly Andretti Green Racing has been dominant, and I'm very privileged to be part of that team. But I mean, that there's so many great people out there, great teams, great drivers, that it makes the series fantastic, and I love being part of it.
Plus, is that your girlfriend?
Absolutely.
Jesus, what a year. All right, Dan. Congratulations, Dan Wheldon. Now it would be, wait a second. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut in. They told me to go interview. Go ahead. My fault.
No, like I was just saying, it's truly been a fantastic season. I think, you know, I'm going to list off a lot of people, so Dennis, just bear with me. I'm going to make the time tick by a little slower, but they all deserve a mention. I think, obviously, Klein Tools and Jim Beam, who have been with me now ever since I started my career with Andretti Green Racing, have been a big part. And, you know, to take somebody that hasn't done much time in an IndyCar is, you know, is difficult, because it's a multi-million-dollar business, and you know, they need to see results. And certainly I think, you know, when I wasn't getting any perhaps in the beginning of 2003, I had to put the car on the head just to grab them some exposure. So I certainly thank everybody at Klein Tools and Jim Beam for the opportunity that they've given me, and obviously everybody at Honda. You know, Honda has been absolutely dominant this year, and I'm proud to be part of the Honda family. And you know, what gives me great pleasure is the fact that, you know, I was the first person to drive one of their IndyCar Series engines. I'm just going to jump in and talk about my teammates a little before I list any more. They're very important to me, and they've become truly very, very close friends. And then on to the important boys, the team owners. I talked about it at the Indianapolis 500, and you know, I'm going to talk about it again, because without him I definitely wouldn't be standing here. Kim Green really took a bank from me. I mean, the team at the time was obviously Michael, Tony, and Dario, and they're three very, very talented individuals, as everybody knows, and you could put them in any series, and I'm not forgetting you, Brian, but you just weren't there at the time, that they could be anywhere in the world and they'd run up the front. And you know, that's not me talking, I think that's a fact. To Michael, you know, Michael's a great person to have in the team, especially when you're surrounded with the teammates you are, because I think I've become more demanding, and I know they're demanding, because they want to win so much, and having Michael in the team allows for people to understand that he can relay that to Kim and Kevin when we're demanding extra technical stuff that perhaps costs a lot of money, and that's what obviously I'd like to thank the sponsors for too, because without them we wouldn't be allowed that either. And obviously Mr. Savary, I think maybe we'll end up in anger management together, I'm sure, one day. But truly a good guy that I think has brought in sponsors to the series when not many people in other series have, and that's an unbelievable accomplishment. And to all the boys, especially the 26 crew, I think, I'm not going to name you all individually, because personally, although I'm very fond of the 26 crew, the other three crews are a big part of it too. That's what makes this truly unique. It's very much a team. And, you know, the Holman George family. I'm certainly partial to the Indianapolis 500, and that is the biggest and the best race in the world. There's no doubt about it. And winning this year, for me, was a dream come true. I certainly, there's a lot of repeat winners. Obviously, Elio is the one I know best, and I would love to know what it feels like to win again, because it's just amazing. I can't believe that the feeling would be any better than the first time, because I think I went to bed with a smile that night, and you know, I wake up every morning with that, but just because of that race win. So I thank you. And obviously the championship itself goes from strength to strength. I think the competition that you have in the series this year and the races that we've put on have been fantastic. Let's continue what we do. Let's continue to race the way we race, and you know, the most important thing is we enjoy it. So thank you very much.
Joining Tony and I now, the 2005 IndyCar Series champion, Dan Wheldon. What a remarkable year it's been for you. You win the Indy 500, you win a record 6 events this year, and now you get crowned champ. What are you going to do for an encore?
Well, I'm going to continue to try and win races. It's obviously very difficult when you've got people like him around. That makes it truly very, very hard. But to win what I've done, I think is, you know, I believed that I could do it, but this early in my career has somewhat surprised me. But that's why I say I've got to keep continuing to win like we've been winning this season.
Well, Dan, you're a great champion, great teammate, very, very tough competitor. I want to know, what's one of your best memories this year? I mean, you're going to say Indy 500, but I want to know something more. Like, everybody knows you won the 500. Everybody knows you won the championship. I want something,
dig deep, Dan.
something different.
Well, do I have to say this year, or can I say one of
No, the years that we've been racing together since you joined the team.
I think one of my fondest memories with you is when...
Be careful, man.
No.
We're on the national
No, I know, I've timed it down.
Spill everything. Tell us everything.
No, is when you sat down with me in Japan when I was struggling in 2004 at the track. It's unusual for people to sit down like you did, and I'll explain to everybody what you did. I mean, I was struggling on that track, and wasn't left foot braking, I was right foot braking, and I was finding it very difficult. And I think that first day I was 16th quickest, and you sat down with me and my engineer, and you know, he has a good heart, this guy, and you sat down with me for about an hour and a half to 2 hours explaining what I needed to do, how I needed to do it, and why it would be of benefit.
And then tell them what happened.
And then the next day I qualified on pole and beat him in the race.
You should have kept your mouth shut.
Nice, isn't it, Tia?
So that was a good memory, but I have to say I have a lot of special memories with the team. Like not just with you, with all of us together. It's that stuff that I enjoy, and I have to say I enjoy that stuff more than winning sometimes, because the racing that we have together is very, very fun, and as long as we can keep that going, which whether it happens or not, it's just the memories that we have are very special to me.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a great year for both you guys, our first and second place IndyCar Series drivers. And Dan, if you'll stick around for a bit, we're going to come back more with you and the owner of your team right after these messages. We're back, and joining us now is Dan's car owner, Michael Andretti. Well, Michael, last year Tony, this year Dan. It's getting to be a regular occurrence seeing you in the winner's circle here.
Well, I'm enjoying it, that's for sure. You know, it's now we got 2 more to get in the championship, but no, it's just no.
Slow down over there.
You already have a couple indies and a championship.
You're working hard, you know, but
no, I need to work out. No, it's been dream season, you know, and these guys are just a lot of fun to work with, and the way they get along and the way they work together. If you were inside the team, you'd see why we get the results.
What do you think you're going to have to do to make it happen again for you next year?
Well, it's going to be tough, you know, really tough. I mean, these guys are going to be really tough next year for sure, and all the others. You know, this is a real competitive series, and I think that's going to be a real challenge for this team, is to see, you know, if we can keep it going. And, you know, we're going to be working very hard. Trust me, we're not resting on our laurels. We're really looking forward to next year, and we got a lot of things that hopefully will make us go a little quicker next year.
Well, it sounds like all you guys have really had a great season. And what do you think? Is it time for us all to hit the party?
Thank you.
Are we off?
Absolutely. You ready?
It's been a pleasure. It's really been great to be here tonight. For Elio Castroneves and Tony Kanaan, I'm Thea Andrews, congratulating Dan Wheldon and Andretti Green Racing, the champions of the 2005 IndyCar Series. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Good night.